everyone, it's Danny, and as you can see, today it is sunny, finally. I think we had a record of the most unsunniest days in decades. We had about more than a month of no sunshine, quite at all, and that was sad, pretty sad. But since we have some sun, let's do a quick balcony tour. I'll try to make this short and painless. Alrighty, so the blue vanda is not in bloom anymore. Figures, it didn't really like the lack of sun, so the flowers only lasted for about 3 weeks or something like that. In any case, these are my recent purchases, the oncidiums. This guy branched out and bloomed and is looking quite nice. I haven't repotted it just yet, but I'm dying to repot it actually, because I'm pretty sure this media is not particularly good. It has all sorts of other plants in it. Alrighty, this is the second oncidium, the yellow one. Yeah, it's a bit not tidy. I didn't cut the old flower spike just yet, but as you can see, I have a branch. So what's up with these guys? They branched out, apparently. Well, that can only mean good. Alrighty, these two are the epidendrum orchids that I have. This guy suffered quite a bit. I told you I had some trouble with the coconut husk. I didn't make that video yet, but I will. I think it was very salty, and all my orchids that are in that, either the orchid focus media, either the coconut husk media, I'm not sure which is which because I combined them. Yeah, one of it I think was too salty, and I have troubles on the leaves on many orchids. So, go figure. Anyway, the Signotus Wine Delight is going into its dormancy. At this time, I'm not watering it. Really doesn't need to. I'm not going to repot it until springtime since I'm not watering it. You know, there's no danger. And when I see the little shoot forming and the little roots forming, I will repot this guy. And of course, we're going to film it. Alrighty, trying to not make sudden moves so you're not dizzy. These are the latest orchids from Schwerter that I purchased. They're doing well, of course not blooming, so yeah, I guess they're kind of boring right now, but I do have patience. The, what are you? The Serena O'Neill Epicyclia has a little sheath, which I hope I can film. There you go. She didn't used to have this sheath. It is forming, or it has formed in the past weeks. We didn't even have sun, so I couldn't properly see it, but who knows, maybe it's gonna bloom. Alrighty, you know these girls, the Psychopsis finally lost its flower, but it is producing a new bud, as always. Fortunately, the Angraecum does not bloom, does not want to bloom. Anyway, oh, what's interesting, this guy was the little orchid that I got from Malaysia. It is a cherry baby. It's the first cherry baby of my life. I repotted it because it was in that, you know, coconut husk thingy, and all the roots kind of died off, more specifically. So I repotted it, but look at this guy. He's kind of like a seedling. Well, he is pretty young, but it is producing a small little flower spike there. Now, who knows? Maybe he will produce a few flowers. That's encouraging. Alrighty, this is another girl with that coconut husk thingy, and yeah, look at this. You really don't like. Oh, and to show you what I mean by the coconut husk not being to my liking, look at this. Do you see this moldy thingy? Yeah, I have problems with that. Oh, and also, do you see this root? This is what I mean by problems with coconut husk. They don't like it. I don't know what was wrong with that mixture. I'm guessing excess salts. I really am. So to compare, look at the bark media. See how quite clean and pretty it is compared to the coconut husk media? Yeah, it's not good. Alrighty, so the dendrobium is looking pretty once again, and I really want to film his little sparkles on the flowers. How should I sit? Alrighty, so all orchids do have these sparkles on the petals, but this guy seems to have quite a lot of them. Some orchids do have more sparkles than others, and I love how this guy looks like so much in the sunshine. He is just velvety and sparkly and has a delicious color, and I am not sure if this camera focused at all. Anyway, let us move on. Oh, look who bloomed. This is the Dendrobium Berryoda, and he has, I'll do a close-up, he has the prettiest little flowers ever. And I think he has about 6 big flower spikes and quite a few other small ones. It smells just like honey. So I am expecting quite a lot of flowers from this guy. It was such a good purchase for 2 euros. It was at a discount, so I could actually recommend this to you beginners who want to try out something else. It's just such an easy orchid. Anyway, when I will have it full of blooms, I will film it, make a separate video on how to care for it, because it's actually pretty easy. And I think you should have this orchid. It is amazing, just amazing. Alrighty, let us move on. My Dendrobium nobile orchids are still growing their buds. The buds are getting fatter now that they're here and it's a little bit warm, or at least warmer than the other balcony, so they kind of sped up the growth rhythm. Hopefully you can see, and I cannot wait to see them in bloom. Alrighty, let us move on. So here we have the Peggy Ruth Carpenter Gem Orchid. The sun is just behind me, so if I do this, I'm gonna shade everything, so trying to film at an angle here. She produced 2 little flowers, which are quite super pretty. And downstairs we have the Miltonia Sunset, I think it's her name. Again, gorgeous bloom, but just one. I have to take care of them. I have to make sure that I fertilize them very well, because it does seem to show when I don't fertilize my orchids. Not okay. Alrighty. The Oncidium Twinkle, I really want to make a close-up of his flowers so you see how waxy they look. Do you see that? They look like they're wet and they smell heavenly. It's a beautiful, beautiful orchid. Alrighty. Few flowers here and there, not many. The Paphiopedilum will be in bloom for quite a while. I really bet I'm gonna have it in bloom until spring. Maybe I shouldn't bet, but I predict it will be in bloom until spring. Alrighty. Upstairs, my Oncidium orchids doing quite well. Am I zoomed in? Yes, I am. Yeah, they like it up there. Oh, I didn't show you the Chisis. It is producing a new growth right here. Now, this guy usually produces the flower spike on the new growth, which is interesting. So, hoping I will get some blooms out of this guy. Okay, excuse the ambulance. We are kind of in a race here because the sun is setting. Miltoniopsis orchid, nothing interesting down there. I hope I'm gonna manage to rebloom them in the spring, but right now, nothing much. Right here we have some Cattleya type orchids, or at least some orchids that do like a lot of sun. We have some buds from the Hawaiian Splash Leia, and other than that, nothing much, just growth. And also the Phalaenopsis tetraspis. Now, because it was quite not sunny these days, the bud is really developing slowly. Hopefully it's not gonna blast. In any case, the blooming season for this orchid is actually summer, so I guess it's quite normal for it to grow so slow in the winter time, but fingers crossed for some more sunny days. Alrighty, let us move on. Here we have the biggest surprise of this season, and this is the Cymbidium orchid. Look at how much the bud has grown, well actually the flower spike. It's quite early to tell what color it is. Probably will be a light color since the buds are actually light in color. Who knows, maybe white, yellow, or green. In any case, I cannot wait to see it. Have another flower spike coming here, which is super nice. Up there we have the yellow Oncidium orchid. And also the red Cattleya orchid. Hopefully I'm filming this. I have the sun behind me. She has 3 little buds right there. Upstairs we have the Colmonara Masai red, which is in bloom. And it's looking very, very red in the sunshine, but it is really beautiful. And also the Leodoro Phalaenopsis. She has 3 flower spikes, and one of them really took off. Really looking nice. A Brassia orchid. She's quite majestic, and when she blooms, she looks quite pretty. It's the best Brassia that I have, and yeah, so far no trouble with her. Looks really well. And this is the Thursiflorum Dendrobium, which unfortunately does not want to bloom, but I'm not giving up. Okay, so inside the house there we have the Phalaenopsis orchids, which are growing the flower spikes, but they're kind of boring right now because they're not in bloom. And hanged here we have the Vendacious orchids. Also the Cattleya Jungle Eyes, which is growing a new shoot. If I can find it. There it is. This is the new shoot. And yeah, some more Vanda orchids, and that's about it. Now I just realized I forgot the downstairs orchids here. I have a few little flowers from this guy right here. They're kind of pretty. I do want to repot this guy. Again, he is in that mixture that I absolutely do not like of coconut husk, and he doesn't really like it either. Anyway, I shall move it into a bigger pot, I think. I want to keep this one as it is. She's a big girl. And also we have there the Zygopetalum. I'm not good with Zygopetalums, apparently. And he is in that mixture that I don't like, but he is growing a new shoot that is growing roots. So he will be repotted pretty soon. Alrighty, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tour. It was kind of short, nothing much happening at the moment because I don't have the Phalaenopsis all in bloom like last year. They're in the house. But anyway, if you want to see more orchid videos, don't forget to subscribe. You can leave me your suggestions or questions and I can make video for you guys. And thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Bye!